Good day, welcome to Air TV Africa, Nigeria #1 internet radio and web TV on education. And today on trending educational news for week 15, 14th of April 2025, I have so many interesting bulletin news for you. But hate. And after this time out, I have an in-house analyst, the beautiful face, Florence, to join me to do justice to my bulletin. The first one says, Education Minister seek extension of NYSC scheme to 2 years. So watch out for more details. Second, court award 100 million damages against Abuja school student deaths. That's a sad one. Number 3, mock UTMA. JAMB official gets 397 million for transport allowance. That's huge. And the next, shortlisted Kwara teachers to undergo mandatory drug tests, sign 6 years bond with governments. The next one says, US revoke 40 international student visa over traffic offense. That one is serious one. Foye, council clear Vice Chancellor Fashina of alleged sex scandal. The last but not the least on today in this bulletin is Bangkok VC reiterates commitment to producing employable graduates. I'll be right back.
Abafab College of Innovation and Content Creation offers 6 months and 12 months training into content creating, internet radio, sound engineering and music production, film and video editing, and OAP and cinematography. For more detail chat 0802312959.
Yeah, welcome back to Trending Educational News week 15. Like I said earlier, I have my guest with me. Is a common face here. She's Florence. Florence, you're welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Welcome to the weekly news.
Thank you.
You're looking good this morning.
Thank you.
Always. The first bulletin says the Honorable Minister seek extension of NYSC scheme to be 2 years.
Okay.
And the news said Minister of Education Dr. Olatunji Alausa has called for the extension of the mandatory National Youth Service Corps NYSC scheme from 1 year to 2 years. Alausa stated this when the Director General of the NYSC, Brigadier General Olakunle Nasiru, visited him in his office. What is your take on this? Presently is a year. I know you must have done your NYSC
of
also.
course,
So,
I have.
what is your experience comparing to proposing 2 years for NYSC?
Okay, considering the proposal
Yeah.
for 2 years,
Yes.
I think I can't say it's a good idea,
Okay.
and it's not a bad idea.
Okay.
The reason is I'm just looking at the effectiveness and the impact on students, Nigerian youth as a whole. Because I remember that when I was 7, there was this entrepreneurship skill development usually organized by NYSC. That program helped some people to some extent. Some people discovered their choice of career from that program. Somebody like me, you must participate.
Sure.
So participating in that program does not actually mean that it was like that when we left the camp. So after we left the camp, when you go to your various destination where you will be posted, the people that it depends on the choice of what's it called, the profession that you chose.
Okay.
So somebody like me now, where I chose, on getting there, the woman was saying something else entirely that you have to, aside from what the negotiation they had with the government. So one way or the other, it could either mar or debar some students, some youth.
Let me come in here. What the Honorable Minister is saying is not apprentice per se. He's saying when they push teachers to villages, community, they run back to city.
Yes.
You understand? Because maybe the place is not conducive. Now, they want to, because I remember maybe when I was in secondary school, 1985, we still have a NC survey. They stopped, I think this President Buhari then, military president then, stopped, is it Buhari or Buhari? I think it's Buhari, yes, I remember, stopped NYSC graduate for survey. Now they want to reintroduce NYSC again to come into service. And when now the posting will now be in villages and community, and it's going to be 2 years. What they want to do now is that migration of teachers from rural area to urban, they want to stop it. Then they want to encourage people to go for teaching. Most villages lack teachers. That is the aim of Honorable Minister when the Director General of NYSC visited him. So that is the point.
I understand, but
Yes.
you know, along the way, not everyone will be interested in teaching.
Basically for NC, somebody
yes.
who studies NC is a teacher.
Yes, somebody who studies NC is a teacher.
Yes.
But you know, not everybody would want, most of them would want to teach in an urban area.
Sure, because of...
Who would want to go to the rural area?
Yes.
And let's take the North as an example.
Okay. Did you serve in the North?
I did. Yes, I did.
You served in the North?
Gombe, to be
But you
fair.
ran back?
Though I served in Gombe, I would have loved to stay back. But you know, because of, should I say, a lot of things contributed to the reason why I didn't stay back. And they were
So what we're saying in essence now, if you are given the opportunity to serve 2 years, and with this 77,000 naira, or maybe 100,000, maybe government can even increase it, you still not do it.
Do you know the increase is just a number?
Yeah.
Things are increasing every day.
Sure.
The 77,000 cannot even go anywhere.
But you are serving your father's land.
Of course, in fact, I served with joy. I was delighted to serve. And I can still say one of the most good memories that I've had was during my NYSC, to be sincere.
Nice one.
It was such an experience. But 2 years, I don't think.
Maybe you. Their view, that's a personal view. I know since the Honorable Minister said that people have been rejoicing and also waiting to serve for 2 years. There are some youths who also want to serve for 2 years.
Don't you think that the 70,000 naira is contributing to the reason why they are rejoicing? How many of them are really
They might even increase it to 100 or 100 plus. The government might even increase it.
They
want teacher in the village.
Rural area.
Government want teacher in the village, and government want more teachers. People are not going for teaching.
What I would just say is that it will be very, very good, especially the northern areas, if the people there can be sensitized that education is good. We know that northerners, some of these.
The next one,
really
like I said, viewers, it is Florence' personal view, not the view of Air TV. Thank you very much. The next one says, court awards 100 million damages against Abuja school over student death. The Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja awarded the sum of 100 million naira general damages against Luz Valley Girls Secondary School, Gwagwalada, for negligence of duty of care which led to the death of a student. The justice award damages to the school, and they accused the school of negligence. So what's your... It was a 9-year-old girl. She's a boarder in the school. She's a boarding class. So what is your view about that?
You know, this story is somehow pathetic. Yeah. Just pray that
this happens because I have some cases in Lagos now. They are still in court. In fact, why I only want to mention the name of the school. Why I was not happy about that issue, about that case, is that this school employed 5 senior advocates and other lawyers. So if they can have such money to employ
lawyers,
no, not even, these are senior lawyers that before you can go to chamber, before they can take your brief, not less than 5 million.
Ready to.
So if they can pay as much as for lawyer, why can't they compensate parent? So what's your view?
My view is that the money has nothing to do.
And we are not even sure whether the school even appeal the case.
So God will just, God would comfort the parents, the families of the departed. The money has nothing to do. What is important is that the school should be more concerned about the well-being of their pupils.
That is the most important.
That is the most
important. In fact, I was told that the little girl parent requested that the school hall or the science hall should be named after the little girl, and the court said what they have done is that they should build a clinic in the school and should be named after the girl.
This incident can actually be avoided.
Yes,
it can actually be avoided instead of losing a whole life.
It's a negligent.
We should just look into it.
Well, from Air TV, we sympathize with the parent of the little girl. We know this case started as far back as 2017 up to date. Though they got judgment, but that judgment cannot replace the life of the little girl.
Exactly. Exactly.
So from here TV, we sympathize with the family. So the next one says, mock UTMA. JAMB official gets 397 million naira on transport allowance. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board has disbursed a total of 307,390,000 in transport allowance to 1,909 officials that are involved in the upcoming in the mock exam UTMA. What is your concern? This is a good money only for transport allowance to 1,909
No,
officials.
it's too outrageous.
Uh-huh.
It's outrageous. What happened to infrastructure? What happened to other educational sectors?
This money is meant for JAMB, and JAMB is spending his money. Spending their money.
JAMB is doing what?
He's spending their money.
What I'm saying is, this money can be spent on things that are more relevant.
For JAMB, it's still JAMB money.
Transportation is too much. For transportation, it's too much.
Okay.
Honestly, it's too much.
Viewers, my guest said JAMB register the money you pay.
You know, the money can actually be used for something else, like educational infrastructures.
Me, I'm looking at who are the ones paying this money. Parents, students pay this money to JAMB. So why not even reduce the amount we buy JAMB for, so that this money can be saved?
Do you know that there was a time I said this JAMB that is people usually purchase JAMB form yearly. JAMB should come up with a program, or let me say an initiative, that when you purchase JAMB form this year, you should still be able to use it for a period of 5 or 3 years.
JAMB said 2 years, but it is not working.
That form should be valid.
That's what he said.
Like what I did now. If you fail a particular course, you can do a receipt for just that particular course, or that particular subject. JAMB can do something of that, or of such as well.
Okay. Our guest said JAMB should look into this examination purposes, that you can also make it possible to write exams again, and the admission should be valid for 5 years if it's possible.
Yes, now the money can be even used to improve teachers training. There are a lot of schools. Teachers training. There are a lot of schools that lack infrastructure. There are some schools, that need medical attentions too.
Okay. Instead of wasting such, it's not a waste.
It's not a waste. They can actually restructure it.
Okay.
Look into it.
97 million, almost 400 million. Okay, thank you, my guest. The next ones here, I say UBE, a mark 2 billion for schools upgrade. Universal Basic Education Commission has flagged off the disbursement of 2 billion to 1,147 schools-based management committee across the 36 states. So again, this is another money going again. This is about 2 billion naira.
Yes, this one is still.
It's still almost the same to that of JAMB, but this one is a base.
No, but this one is a project.
It's a project, yes.
And this one, government, they are putting in efforts to upgrade schools.
Yes, upgrade schools. Yes, they said they will support 15,155 schools all over the 36 states.
Yes, it's okay now. Something of this nature happened in Kenya. So it's a good initiative.
Okay.
If they will be transparent about it, and it will be well accountable for.
Okay.
It's a good initiative.
The next one to the Universal Basic Education Commission and federal government. The next one says shortlisted Kwara teachers to undergo mandatory drug test, sign 6 years bond. The Kwara State Teaching Service Commission has announced that 1,800 shortlisted applicants for teaching appointment will undergo a mandatory drug test before their final recruitment. Additionally, successful candidates will be required to sign a 6-year bond, preventing them from seeking transfer or leaving the job. I'm hearing this for the first time.
Yes.
Yeah, you ask a teacher. These are not conductors now. They are not transporters. When you say to go and do drug tests. So,
no,
Kwara State government
is of two nature.
Okay.
One, the test, and the other one,
the bond.
The bond.
Yes.
So in US, in US, before you can take a role or a job, they will have to have done their underground background to check, to know about your history and every other thing. This is Kwara State
Yes,
now.
Nigeria.
Let's calm down. I have a company in this Lagos.
Okay.
My sister works with them.
Okay.
They were asked to do a lot of, they did a lot of background check,
Okay.
health-wise,
Okay.
they took their blood samples, and they signed some contracts as well before they could even get to that stage. So I think it's okay to some extent, because if this initiative has been ongoing before now, maybe we won't be having the cases of a primary school, secondary school teacher that has HIV, that has a transferable disease, and was trying to initiate some of his students because he or she does not want to die alone. Okay. Was using it as a form of revenge. So probably this would have been discovered earlier, and we won't have
yes,
this
to support you. I also
I think it's
supported this idea, because if a drug test is being done, most of these ill-behaved teachers will have known those who
would have been discovered.
Those who raped teenagers or rape minor will have been discovered that this one has a little psycho problem. Thank you, viewers. That's our view. The next one says that US revoked 40 international student visa over traffic offense. Almost 40 international students in the United States recently had their visa suddenly taken away. The expert says that they got this information 2 weeks after the least one committed offense. Why we're talking about this today? In particular, Nigerian, Lisa by name, a lady, said she has only 1 month to go to complete her program, and she is among those whose visa was revoked for as little as traffic offense.
Yes.
What do you say that?
You know, even where the shoes know where it pinches the most. For as many that are in this, I'm very, very sure fear would have gripped the heart of a lot of students, because they don't even know what is coming next. What I would just say is that the way of the offense compared to the punishment,
It's too heavy.
It's too
Just
heavy.
like taking an hammer to steal a rat and an ant.
It's too heavy. What I would just say, if there can be a body that would help them look into it, at least solicit on their behalf, probably there can be another measurement of punishments.
Like a fine or something.
A fine would have been better. A fine would have been better.
License, like the lady who was.
Do you know how a lot of them got there?
Yes.
What the work they have put into.
Ever, when I read the Lisa issue, I was beat at a Nigerian lady. He said she just have a month to go. Imagine, maybe she's running a 4 years or 3 years or 5 years course, and has a month to go, and she was visa was revoked because of traffic offense.
About 14 numbers.
President Donald Trump of America, please have pity on this.
Tamper justice with this.
Yes, on this international student. Thank you. The next one is the foyer. Council clear Vice Chancellor Fashioner of alleged sexual misconduct. No, sometimes we run this program here where we talked about the Vice Chancellor being the Council of foyer. That's the Federal University of Oyekiti, has given a claim of the university, Professor Abayomi Sunday Fashioner, over the allegation of sexual harassment brought against him by a deputy director in the school, engineer Mrs. Folashade Adebayo. What's your view on this?
I just think that the decision will help to maintain confidence in the university.
Sure.
And you know, a lot of people, this would have in some way maybe create fear in the hearts of some people, and even the way even as at now, some will still feel like the judgment was just to cover up for the teacher.
But what the council said, and we read, is that the woman went on social media before reporting.
Yes.
So that's in fact they asked her to apologize, otherwise she will be dismissed from the school, to write an apology letter for her own conduct too within 7 days.
You know, things like this would always happen, especially in higher institutions, not higher institutions alone. But what I would just say is that if things like this happen, if you don't have your concrete evidence, you know, when I was in school, there is this course I took, media law. The man would always say, for the fact that the word allegedly was used for you on a particular issue, does not mean that you are yes. That does not mean you are free from that allegation. So to some extent, it could have dent the image of the school and the vice chancellor, even the lady in question.
Yes.
So it is when you want to fight a fight, a cause, have good
evidence,
solid evidence, so that image making is not in danger. So
that's what even the school
but I just believe that it will create more, it will give more confidence to the school.
Thank you very much. The next one, but not the least, is that Babcock University Vice Chancellor reiterated commitment to providing employable graduates. This is not new. If a university is saying this, I don't think, then why are you producing graduates? It's a private university. Are you producing graduates to go back to their houses, or you say you are reiterating that committed to produce employable graduates? So there are other universities producing graduates to be sit at home or what?
That's their selling point.
That's
their selling point.
So every vice chancellor must come out and say that we are producing graduates to be employable graduates.
The way you advertise
so this is an advertisement.
To me, it's an advertisement.
Okay. The vice chancellor of Babcock University, we are expecting you to come down to Air TV Africa to come and pay for this advert. And my guest said it's an advert. So that's Professor Ademola Tayo. We also supported the idea. It is true. You just have to keep telling people what you do. We know Babcock University is one of these private, faith-based private university around, and you're doing well in that school.
Doing well.
And they're doing well. Yes, they're doing well. So credit to the Vice Chancellor and Babcock University from ATV Africa. We say, you're doing well. We want to hear more of this positive news from your hand.
And other institutions.
Whether faith-based or not faith-based, they should also do well.
And humiliate this as well.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we come to the end of today trending educational news for week 15th, 14th of March 2025. We discover from our channel here that majority of our viewers are not subscribers. Kindly subscribe to our channel, share our videos, and make comments. I will be your host. I come again next time on this channel. Thank you. Bye for now.